Today, I go on an adventure.
Oh, hey there, guys. Welcome to my home. I haven't posted a video in a while. It's because I've been moving to a new place. Here it is. I've been also putting all my posters and little holders and stuff like that. So I think this is the 2021 calendar collection. So the Necrotic Chronomancer. And then over there, I've got that's the Infinity one. So the newest, I think that was 2025 or 2026, one of those. And then, you can see the Phantom Chronomancer thing right there. I've got a bunch of these guys from all the HeroMart merch over the years. There are the other posters are on the ground over there, just straightening out, under some books. We'll see if my partner lets me hang them up. I don't think I will, but I'll enjoy them right now, and you guys can enjoy them with me in the video. As you can see, I'm wearing the glow Arctic symbol shirt right now. So this is another HeroMart item. You actually get the glow dragon outfit for this. I'll kind of put that on the screen right here. Awesome. So how cool was that glow dragon? That's from this shirt. You can get a lot of stuff from HeroMart. As you can see, I might be a little bit of a Arctics nerd or an Arctics fan. Anyways, without further ado, this was an interesting little intro. Let's get right to the video. Today we're going to be talking about the Loremaster. All right, when I'm not working one of my 3 part-time jobs because it's hard to be an American these days, I am actually logging into this game right here, AQ Worlds, and I will go to all of my characters, and I will do the same thing every single day whenever I can. And that is, I am going to open up the game, and then I'll go over to I think it's Valencia, and I'll accept this quest. It's the daily quest, and I'm like, oh, okay. You just open it, and then it shows you the notes for that day. And until now, I didn't really realize, like, the quest says Loremaster Rep. So I went on a rabbit hole earlier, and I was like, what is this Loremaster Rep even doing for me? Like, why do I get this? Why is this in the game? So I did a little bit of research, and we're going to kind of go over what the heck this is. Like, why do we have Loremaster Rep? First, I'm going to go ahead and go to the Wheel of Doom because I always do this every day. In a search of that, iota, you got to get that wonderful iota item. I've gotten it only once from spinning the wheel. And I'm really close on another character from Treasure Potions. You need 1,000 of them, which means you got to spin that wheel 1,000 times, which might take you 1,000 days or more. So anyways, when people get excited about the iota, it's a real thing, there's a reason why they get excited. So these guys must have another gear of doom that they need before they can spin that wheel. You need 3 of them. So you can spin this wheel, just about once or twice a week. The legends, obviously, I have 2 member accounts, so you can spin this every day with that legend spin. Here, you see we got a treasure potion here. Let's see how many I have on this character. This guy has most treasure potions. Doom, Merge Shop, Wicked Item of Digital Awesomeness. See, I have 942, so there will be a video coming soon about that iota in the next couple of months, I guess, whenever I rack up the treasure potions. And then over here, I have a legend spin. You might notice I have 11 spins left. I will make a separate video on the other 10 because I got the, the 40,000 AC pack for this guy during the boost. So that's the best time to buy that. Don't ever buy that if the boost isn't on. See, because now I have 88,000 AC on this guy. I think I spent some already because there was like 90,000 or something like that. But that's because I got the Kickstarter codes and then also the 40,000 AC with the bonus. So that's how I got those. Yeah. So also you might notice you might have gotten, if you got the Infinity Founder, even the $25 one, you got ACs with that. So on this one, I actually spent those on the Draco Knight, which is out right now. This is honestly on par with a Chrono class. You can spend 6,000 AC on a Chrono class, or going to HeroMart and picking up one of those posters I had earlier in the video, or you can spend 2,500 ACs and get the Draco Knight and just melt bosses. Like, it's a no-brainer. Draco Knight is one of the best classes in the game in my experience. I don't play this game for 8 hours a day every single day, but I have had this game for 13, 14 years now. So I don't know. I know a little bit. Maybe not as much as a Redditor. But I wouldn't steer you the wrong way. So Draco Knight's awesome. Get Draco Knight. Let's see here. So this sword that you see right here is from the shirt that I'm wearing. So the glow shirt, it actually glows really well if you want to pick one up. But this glow sword right there comes with an entire set. I'll kind of shift over to just this guy here. Let's see here. Should be Glow Dragon Morph. Nope, that's not it. Oh, Glow Dragon Morph. Okay. And then you've got another one. Their Glow Dragon helmet. There we go. And then I don't think there's a cape that comes with it. His tail's already on, right? Yeah, it's already there. It's just a little tail. It's a little tail. Let's see. What would I put on the back with this? Infinity Founder is pretty cool. You can still like kind of flex that a little bit. Why are there two of these? Oh, it's wings. I forgot, you guys. There are wings for this. There should be a pair of wings. Oh, there they are. Dragon Shine wings. Okay, for some reason they just didn't pop up for me. There they are. It's because they're actually equipped. Adventuring over here. Whoa, there's like a slime over here. What's going on? We better defeat it. I'm a noob, and I'm just level 1 right now. That's interesting. They're dropping golden XP. I am a humble warrior. I just created a character. Here we go. Whoa. Who's this person? All these books. All right. Quests. Jar of slime. Okay. And Sneevil boxes. Whoa, another one of these outfits. Sarah, you're another lore master? Okay, I met Maya earlier. Welcome, okay. I'm one of the lore masters who keeps records of everything in the land of lore. I've been stationed here to help new adventurers who might find themselves in need of guidance. Where am I? I'm currently in East Greengard. Okay, and I can see the map right here. Very cool. All right. Tomfoolery. I want to go there. Where do I go now? Once I open the map to find all the things, okay, I could go to Warlick in the magic shop. I don't know why I would want to go there. Hey, Warlick, do you know anything about the Lore Masters? Journey to the Center of Lore. There's a lot of stuff in here. Look at all these books. Whoa, look at this book. The History of Babylon. Wow. This guy dropped a lore scroll. What does that mean? Sometimes you might have noticed when you defeat a monster, they'll actually drop a lore scroll just like this one. And with these lore scrolls that you get from these drops... New shirt alert, by the way. I bet you didn't notice I changed shirts. With these lore scrolls that you get from the shops... You can take them here to the librarium, okay? So this is where Maya is. This is the lore master. There's lore masters all over the place. Unfortunately, I I can't find all of them because I need to actually complete the story with his account first before you can find them all. But they're scattered all over the place. So you saw Sarah earlier, and this is Maya here. She's like probably the main one. But they have this entire storyline, and they've got all of these. Well, for lack of a better term, they've got all this lore. And there's literally a house quest that you can do. There's a house shop. There's a ton of stuff. You have to get rank 10 rep. So remember when I talked about that quest in the beginning, the daily quest, where you get Loremaster rep? You need rank 10 to get a lot of the stuff. And I actually even found out that getting rank 10 Loremaster is required for a couple of endgame classes. I think it's Archmage that you need it. Anyways, you need this rep, so that's pretty cool. I'm glad that I found that out. But real quick, this lore scroll I'm holding right now, this bookshelf, if you don't have them in your inventory, will be completely empty. There are, I believe, 36 different kinds of lore scrolls that you can get. In my inventory right now on this account, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these. First of all, this book is always there on the left. So this is the main starter one. Okay, so you don't have to get any drops for this one. Let's kind of go through this. It's called A Moment of Remembrance. In the wake of the Queen of Monsters' rise, the world is left without its hero. Yet more importantly, the young Empress is left without the person she could truly trust, her best friend. Very interesting story here. There's some lore coming out. A worn metal boot digs aimlessly into the dirt, dirtying the already dusty crimson sheen of the metal. There really is no purpose in keeping it polished anymore. No time. Footsteps crunch, but Gravelin doesn't look up from where she is gazing, mourning, perhaps being a more apt term at makeshift shrine of stone, topped with the shards of a broken weapon. Once mighty, with scattered flowers around the base, a few dark roses and orchids, wolf's bane, a couple sprigs of nightshade. Plants only placed around a grave if said grave is in Skullholm. No, not a grave. It's a memorial. Gravelin reminds herself silently. There is no body to bury, no trace of them left on this physical plane of lore. Not that she knows of, anyway. Dage's hulking shadow looms over her shoulder, and she sighs as she crouches down to place a flower of her own on the ground in front of the limestone boulder. Salvaged from the remains of Babylon, the minion told her. She wants to believe it. A pale purple iris, signifying hope and cherished friendship, valor, a voice in the back of her mind adds softly. Only then does the young woman stand up straight, still not acknowledging her newly appointed second in command. She silently wishes it was her previous second, her champion, standing there and not him. Whoo! He coughs awkwardly. He doesn't even have lungs, yet how can he? I think that's referring to Dage. And Gravelin turns toward him. The undead lord bows and addresses her as Empress, telling her of the recent advancements in the debacle with the mother of all monsters. Parts of yokai have dropped off into the sea. The cracks in the land are growing larger by the hour, it seems. One such fault has split Dwarfhold Mountain. All of these do not surprise Gravelin, and Dage trails off as he senses obvious disinterest. As his thoughts are obviously elsewhere. A pause. She suddenly asks if there has been any activity on the plateaued peak of Doomskull. What she means is, have they come back yet? That hellish portal of chaos still sits there, a swirling empty abyss of purple and black. At the moment, nothing can go in, and nothing, specifically no one, has yet to come out. Dage answers her in the negative, as he has every day for the last few weeks. Gravelin is sure he is tired of her asking, as she tries to keep her shoulders from slumping. She is also sure that he thinks it high time she moves on, much like she finally moved on after her father's death, Sepulcher. I added that in, that wasn't in the book, but we know that. And turned to focusing on the threat at hand. But with her father, there had been no chance of him truly coming back. For them, however, there was a sliver of hope, and a sliver is all she needed. She asks if there is anything else, and Dage hesitates. A potentially ally. he says, sounding almost apprehensive. That tone is a first, Gravelin duly notes. She impatiently asks what is the deal with them, then. If they are only a potential against the most powerful being on Lore at that moment, he's extremely unstable, volatile, and violent. A wild card, but that's just what we need right now, Gravelin wants to interject. Whose trust cannot be kept, but Gravelin grows more impatient, demands her inferior to cut to the chase already. Dage makes a noise that can arguably be called an annoying hoof. It's Zan, he says. Gravelin's stance suddenly stiffens. Zan is, by the way, is like a fire wizard from Dragon Fable. Gravelin's stance suddenly stiffens. He had gone missing right off the map seemingly just before the 13th Chaos Lord arose. He had lost his fire powers, though the Archmage Warlick had made sure of that. Hadn't he? See, Archmage, that's the class that you get for having rank 10 Loremaster, I believe. But you maybe go AQ Wiki that just to make sure. Warlick had made sure of that, hadn't he? Dage shakes his head, the skulls on his helmet quietly rattling as he lost his fire but gained something else. He's now the most powerful cryomancer on the continent, if not the planet. Inversion magic is a funny thing, Dage was told, and he knew better than to question this surprising turn of events. Zan says he owes them a favor. Their name is left unspoken, as it has been since they ventured into that portal. But both know who Zan is referring to. Then why is he wishing to ally with the Shadow Scythe? Gravelin asks cautiously. Dage relays an answer, because since they are not around to call it in the favor, he thought it'd be best to offer it one of their two closest friends, and that he'd be better welcomed among fellow boneheads than in the company of paladins. He apparently said, this followed by hysterical laughter, because he's Dage. Awesome. Wow. So that right there was a moment of remembrance. That's like the first book of lore that you can read. And obviously we have the book of lore down here, which gives you all of your badges and upgrades, and you can see the storyline progress. You can see your quests that you're on. Lorepedia is like classes and all that stuff. As you can see, we can go through a couple of badges here. These are all the, other badges you can get. You can see the Kickstarter backing on there. You can, your HeroMart badges are here. As you can see, the shirt I'm currently wearing is how I got the Save Chuckles shirt. I think my favorite HeroMart thing, just as a side note, is the Shadow Scythe one. This one is the best I've ever so happy with that purchase. And then, of course, the 2026 calendar is pretty cool. All of them are great. Then, you have your achievement badges. So, obviously, I haven't completed the entire story on this one. But, I've got, 13 years played. 14's coming up really soon. I think maybe this month. And then, I've got my 100,000 ACs on here. I wonder, what do I get on here? Necromancer Rising. Okay. Cool. And they come with, bonuses and all that stuff. But anyways, that's the Book of Lore down there. And let's go ahead and head over here. Oh, a fellow Nate in the room. I don't know if you knew I was filming a video, but that's cool. All right. So let's go ahead and go back. These lore scrolls here. We have the skeleton one. I'll let you guys kind of read these, and I want to spoil it for you. But, there is a lot. It shows you every single skeleton that there is, almost, in the game. You can go to this next one. This is the Treant. Got a lore scroll here. It tells their story and, what, the lore behind each one. Seed Spitters. I got that one. The Green Slime. That one's class. I think it's the first one I ever got, probably. The Sneevil, that one's probably a close second, if not the Skeleton. Yep, that was Sneevil. Okay. The River Fishman, that's from Green Guard, I believe. There's various species of fishmen, so the Kuro is on there as well, if you didn't notice. Yep, Kuro is a different one. And then down here we have the Zard Man, and there's different ones for that as well. And then there's elementals. obviously there's different species here. So air, water, all that stuff. I'll let you kind of go through all these. There are different kinds. It shows all the different elementals that there are in the game. Whoa, that one's cool. I've never seen that. Wow. But yeah, there's quite a bit here. There's a lot of lore to this game, and it's really cool that, you know, not only is this based in the land of like lore, but it's lore heavy in nature. So I just find that really cool, and I'm glad that I went on that rabbit hole. And I wish you guys luck in trying to get that Archmage class if you haven't already. And just know that you need to have rank 10 Loremaster. And how you can do that is by doing that daily quest or by doing the quests for Maya here. So anyways, this was a fun one. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,001 plus subscribers so that I can actually monetize my content, so I can make more of it and make it even better than it is now. So, you know, it just takes a second to just click that subscribe button. You don't even have to have notifications on. I just want to make sure that I can try to get some ad revenue so I can do this, you know, more. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.